Well, hey you guys, and greetings from downtown Seattle. Thought I'd do a little video today because on my way into work I noticed something happened that I've just never seen before in my whole life, and that is Nvidia stock crossed over the $700 a share mark, and this is, in my lifetime, the first time this has happened. So I just wanted to do a quick video here just to ask you guys what you think. First of all, are any of you guys holders? Do any of you own stock in Nvidia? Let me know in the comments. So this is an interesting place we're at because I own some shares, and I was taking a walk with a friend yesterday, and he told me that I should sell some of my shares. The term he uses, take some off the table, and then I would have like some protection in case this stock crashes, goes down, whatever. You have some money set aside that's no longer in Nvidia stock. That way, I think it's just sort of, just a way of recognizing a gain. And what do you think about this approach to investing? Because I think some people, this is just a very natural approach to what you do when a stock you own goes very high, is you sell it and you recognize a gain. And then you take that money and maybe you reinvest it somewhere else. I will tell you, at this time in my life, with the experience I have, and just as an investor, I have found that trying to jump out of a stock like this and then find the next thing to jump into is a really hard thing to do, because essentially you're timing the market. You're saying, okay, Nvidia has now reached an all-time high, I'm gonna sell it, jumping out, and then I'm gonna find something else that is low, I'm gonna get into that, and I'm gonna buy that. It's actually, this is kind of interesting. I'm passing Russell Investment Center right here. You can probably see it on the signs behind me. What's interesting about this is, if any of you guys have heard of the Russell 2000 index or any of these indexes, but the Russell 2000 is the famous one. This is based on this company right here, Russell Investments, and they are located here in Seattle, Washington. I think their headquarters are here in Seattle. It could be they're located north of here, but just total coincidence. I wasn't really planning on coming by here today for the video, but the Russell 2000, that's the building right there where it's headquartered. Anyway, it's actually kind of interesting because I invest in small cap stocks, so this is particularly, maybe it's synchronicity. Anyways, back to Nvidia and this whole idea of, do you sell when something's gone up? I find personally, again, this is not financial advice, I find that trying to time when something has gotten to an all-time high and selling it always winds up being a mistake. For me, not saying for you. And the reason for this is that a lot of times we're wrong when we think, we just use these human behavioral biases when we think, oh, this is too expensive, it's gonna crash. Well, then it could double again. It could double again. In fact, I had a friend telling me to sell my Nvidia when it was at $300 a share, which was, I don't know, like a year and a half ago. And I didn't, because, I don't know, I just thought maybe this company is doing really well. If I sell it, it'll probably go up. So that was at 300, and now today we hit 700 for the first time. So I am just kind of the belief that sometimes not doing anything is kind of the best policy, and that what you do, there's a famous quote by Peter Lynch, and let me try not to mangle it. I'm gonna try to get it right. He said, selling your winners and keeping the other stuff, holding your other things, is like pulling up the weeds. Sorry. I better try that again. Selling your winners and holding on to everything else is like pulling up the flowers and watering the weeds. There, I got it. And you know, that you got the idea. You got flowers. Why pull them up just because they're blooming? You know, you're going to get something better. And then you're going to keep the other stuff and just water that. No, I'm going to keep all the stocks that are up 7%. I'm going to pull up the weeds of the ones that are up 300%, 400, just because they've gone up. So anyways, those are just some thoughts. Now, interesting little point here is my friend he actually owned Nvidia stock, and he has a financial advisor. And the financial advisor, when the stock was at 300, said you should sell half of it and, you know, reallocate or whatever. I'd be interested to find out what his advisor put him in that did better than Nvidia. But anyways, that was at 300, so now it's at 7. So man, I would fire my quote financial advisor if they got me out of Nvidia and it more than doubled in what, 6 months or a year. I would have total FOMO. I'd be like, where are my Nvidia gains? So anyways, those are just some thoughts. Welcome to downtown. I really have not walked around downtown, but it has changed so much down here. We're passing a Walgreens. It used to be a pretty carefree and safe place, and I'm definitely getting a vibe that it's not quite as good times down here as it used to be. I mean, sketchy is the word that comes to mind, and also shut down. I've just noticed a lot of places. This is the Bon Marché. It was a big shopping store, a big what do you call it? Buy one, I don't. Where I can buy one, I don't. I don't know. Probably on Amazon. Amazon, yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. Like this was a big store, a retail store called the Bon, and it looks like it's all shuttered down. It's all closed down. And I mean, this was a bustling downtown area, and right now it looks a little bit like a ghost town. It really does. I mean, I'm not saying ghosts like nobody's here, but compared to what this was like downtown, holy mackerel. It seems very, oh my gosh, you know what? I would not want to be down. This is a famous corner for all the wrong reasons, but where I am right now, I'm gonna try to get across this before the light goes. This is a place where a lot of deals went down in the time before the pandemic, and it looks a lot worse now. So I'm not gonna hang out, but this is, what is it? Pine and 3rd and Pine Street in Seattle. Definitely not a place you wanna spend a lot of time. So anyways, I'll wrap this up, but leave me your thoughts about Nvidia, what you think about that particular company and the stock. I mean, it has gone up so much. I can easily say, I've never owned a stock that's gone up as much as Nvidia has. And, you know, I've been on the sidelines when people bought Tesla and things like that, and it went up. But I've just never been one to own one, and I feel like I'm happy to be along for the ride. I bought it like 4 years ago, and then about 2 years ago, I could see something was going on with this company in a good way, so I bought some more. But fortunately, it's not something I cared that much about, and it's not enough that if it were to crash, that it would change my life at all. It's just a small position, but one that I do notice. So thanks for checking out this video. Hanging out downtown Seattle as I walk around here. It's a beautiful day, as you can see around me. Blue skies, nice puffy clouds. I'm at a place called Westlake Plaza or Westlake Center. It's kind of the true Seattle center. The Space Needle is here in Seattle, but it's not downtown. It's at a place called Seattle Center, which is ironically not in the center of Seattle. So anyways, glad you dropped by. Let me know what you think about Nvidia. Big day for the stock, historic day, $700 a share. Holy mackerel. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. If you like stocks, especially small cap stocks and semiconductor stocks, then like this and hit subscribe, because I make a lot of videos about investing in semiconductors and small companies. And I might be able to share some cool ideas and thoughts about investing with you. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video.